America, we celebrate Mother's Day in the month of May. So we decided today to celebrate mothers. We're going to take a look at all the different roles that mothers have, and we're going to decorate it with flowers.
The first flower to link with mother is the nurturer, a rose. When we look at the rose itself, it's alive, it's blooming, it's beautiful. So there are certain things as a mother and a nurturer. The first thing we need to look at is the flower, the petals itself. So it's like creating in the womb, it's shaping the child, and then eventually birth happens. When birth happens and the nurture role continues, it's like layers that's growing into a child's life. It's layers on layers, and it's making the rose beautiful more. The second thing we look at is the thorns. It's not wrong, but it's there for protection. So as part of the nurturing, mom also needs to protect. Protect what is safe, what is soft, what is beautiful. So it's all part of protection.
The next flower we're going to take a look at is the sunflower, which represents the mother as protector. A sunflower is strong and it always faces towards the light. And that's the same way the mother must always face towards her children to protect them. So what would a protector do? The one thing would be to protect them against any human being that causes harm. It can be a bully, it can be a teacher, and it can also be someone in the family like the father. The mother is the primary protector of the child. Also protect them with setting boundaries. If you know that they are going to listen or look or do harmful things, you have to set boundaries. And the last thing is that you have to teach them safety. If they go out into the world, they need to know how to keep themselves safe.
The next flower is a daisy. Daisies are simplistic. Basically, there's a core and there's beautiful leaves around it. When we look at the daisy and the mom's role, we can also look at the teacher. Teacher is very self-explanatory. Moms, need to teach the child everything. So the teacher is also shaping a child's from birth, developmental development, throughout psychological and social development. She teaches how to contain, how to act, how to react. So the teacher and the role of a mother, very connected. The daisy also comes from the word a day's view or a day's eye.
The next flower we'll be looking at is the orchid, which represents the mother as a role model. Sometimes orchids have to grow in challenging conditions, but they stay beautiful and gracious. So always remember, if you are in the role of a role model, monkey see, monkey do. Whatever you will do will be what your children will be doing. So they look at you for the way you handle stress situations, the way you handle a relationship, the way you have resilience after difficult situations. So if you are, for example, in an abusive relationship, that is what your daughter sees, and that is what she will repeat.
The next flower is peony. Peonies are luscious, full of flowers and petals, strong, beautiful, big flowers. Now basically the peony is a provider. Mom need to provide. Mom as a provider should provide for the child. Whether it's psychological help, whether it is physical help, whether it's food, she needs to provide in any sense. So a provider or a peony, it's also a very heavy flower, not to overcompensate for the child, but to provide care, love, support, and abundance. It's a very abundant flower. So when we look at abundance, it's raising the child with abundance. Every form, from food, biological, psychological, social, spiritual, in any form, a mom needs to provide.
Lavender. What do we use lavender for? We use it to feel calm and to soothe. That's why people say that you must have lavender on your pillow at night to calm you down. So that will be the mom as an emotional coach, to bring calm, to children's emotions. You have to teach them about their emotions. Teach them that they are allowed to have emotions, but they must channel it correctly. So they may be angry, but they may not hit their sister then. They can hit the punching bag. And they may express emotions. It's also important that they learn how to name their emotions. To say, when I feel like this is anxiety. So I can tell my mum, Mum, I feel anxious. Mum, I feel angry. Mum, I feel lonely. Allow them to express their emotions. But always remember that you must be the lavender, the calm in their storms.
Mom as a disciplinarian, a protea, very strong, heat resistant, thrive in difficult situations, and that's exactly the role of a mother as a disciplinarian. To be kind, to discipline the child, to set clear boundaries, and it's not always easy to be a disciplinarian. Children don't like it, but it's very needed. When we look at the flower as well and the disciplinarian, we can also combine the hard times mom needs to go through with children and the raising thereof. So when we look at the disciplinarian, it's kindness, it's softness.
A tulip as an encourager. Tulips represent new hope and cheerful encouragement. They bloom after winter. In other words, after difficult times, there's always new hope. So you have to be your child's first cheerleader. I always tell my kids that I'm their number one fan. Doesn't matter what they do, I'm their number one fan. So remember to also encourage effort, not just success. As an encourager, you must build your child's self-esteem. Remember that all the words you say towards your child will be the voice in their head when they grow up. So say positive things and also teach them resilience to bloom again after winter.
The bluebell, the listener. Mom is the greatest listener there should be. The most important, no judgment at all with the listener. Listen, it's a big need for a child to be understood, to be heard, and to express emotions in a safe way. The bell or the bluebells is also not like a normal flower shining upwards. It's listening, it's affirming, it's aware, and it's a very soft and dainty flower. Listening with respect.
Our last flower is a lotus, which represents a secure base. The lotus starts to develop in muddy water, and still it comes out as a very clean, stable, beautiful flower. And that's what we must be for our children. The mother must be the anchor in children's lives. Mother must be home. Home is not a place, it's a person. And mother must be that home. They must feel safe to always, don't matter how old they are, always come back home with any problem that they have.
The mother as a flower or flowers, it's not to be perfect, but to be present.
And I think it's important to remember that a garden has a lot of different flowers, and those are the different roles. You don't have to be all of them at once. You just need to be what the situation asks for.